In the Rocky community, I am known as Lantry, and we're just going to go with that. I'm most known for riffraff, or my first role was criminologist and lighting crew. And it looks like, I'm very passionate. I am very passionate about it, but I would definitely consider it a lifestyle. I keep the prop box down here. These are actually a combination of my personal storage boxes, and one of them was an old costume box for a cast. I buy the same stuff for me as I do for the cast. So, and I've been emptying them and getting rid of old stuff. Come on. I've got the garment bags and backup costumes, my wife and my personal costumes, all in this dedicated closet. We've got a tiny little backup Columbia hat in case the regular one gets misplaced. Somebody thought that was cute at one point. The tank is here. Be Justin, fear not. Desperately in need of repair. I'm planning on getting to that very soon. My very first time going to Rocky Horror Picture Show is kind of an odd story, and I'm going to skip some details, but focus on what's relevant. I had made a plan to commit suicide, and I was putting together a bag of materials that I was going to use, and I had made a list of what I needed to still pick up at the store that night, and I was making a plan that I was going to go out and have one last night out in the world, but I hadn't figured out what thing I was going to do before I did the thing. And I got a phone call while I'm packing things up, and it was from a high school classmate. This was during my junior year of high school, and it was her birthday, and she was having a birthday party. People were talking about life and things they were doing, and they asked me what I was doing, and I mentioned that I was planning on committing suicide later that night, and they said, well, now we can't leave you alone. You have to come with us. We're going to Rocky Horror later, so you're going to come with us. And I couldn't think of anything worse than killing myself prior to that. And then I found Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror is my something worse than suicide. Now, when I feel like, self-destructive, I just go do Rocky. I consider myself sort of property of the cast. I consider the cast to own me. It's not my cast that I own the cast. It's my cast that the cast owns me. And so goes Rocky, so goes my world. And I married my wife because she was also an obsessed fan of Rocky Horror. The time you have here and now is what you have. And you're going to die anyway. You're going to have bad days anyway. So pursue what means something to you. Figure out what means something to you. Figure out why you're doing something and then do it. We don't get to decide the time we have in the world. We have a little bit of time. We don't choose when we arrive, and we don't know when we're going to leave. But what you do have a choice in is what you're going to do with the time you have. But don't just exist. You need to live. Or in Rocky, don't dream it, be it.